everyone, Amanda here. I'm just sharing a kit that I've got for sale. It's for sale within the UK or worldwide. And what it is it's a junk journal filler kit. Now, anybody that does junk journals know that they can take an awful lot of pages to fill if you like them nice and chunky and you like a variety of things. That means sourcing a variety of items, whether you fill your junk journals with coffee dyed paper, whether you do your own artwork, or whether you purchase digital downloadable kits. Lots and lots of ladies also add other what we call filler items. Now, these items can be time consuming to, gather them together, as it were. And this one is full of vintage book pages. Finding vintage books can be time consuming. It can be costly. If you have to purchase the full books, and also they can take up an awful lot of room in your crafty space if you're have short amount of craft space. My craft room's not huge, but it's filled to the roof. So if you're limited for space, a kit is a really good option. Also, perhaps there are those who can't get out and about sourcing vintage books easily. So I've put this kit together, and in total there are 58 items in this kit. It is available in the UK, but I will ship worldwide as well. Okay, for additional, you'd have to message me for the postage details. It's not that expensive to post to, say, America. I need to weigh it first and see. But our postage is not quite as expensive as the American ladies. So let me tell you what's in my kit. Well, first of all, I've got some lace and trims and some vintage crocheted doilies. So we've got 4 of these lovely crocheted doilies, okay, and they're a lovely colour with age already. I've got just half a yard of this lovely guppy lace. You don't need any more than that, because typically ladies just cut small sections for tags or page tabs, or decorations, or paper clips, or you could line the edge of a page with it, or a pocket if you're feeling, luxurious. That's a really lovely quality trim. Okay, I've also put in this one, which is lovely again for layering the edge of your pages, or your tags, or your pockets. And it's just got a really tiny, very subtle iridescent thread running through it. So there's a yard of that one. Okay. We have some flatback trip pearls here. I think these are 3mm, but I wouldn't swear by it. They're the very small size anyway. So there's a measurement, a length of those as well. Okay. And then we have this lovely lace here, which you can do a running stitch and gather into a lace flower, or you can use it to decorate your journal however you like, to decorate your pockets or your tags. And then we've got 2 yards of this lovely one here, which is a nice narrow one again, perfect for junk journals and vintage journals, for lining the edge of pages or tags. Or also it's nice doubled up like so, several lengths of it to make a tassel for the side. I've also added in half a yard of this beautiful wide lace here, which you could put on the cover. It's really nice if you gather it in the middle like so and have it attached at either end. It makes beautiful pockets, or you can just cut little bits of it out and add it to your handmade embellishments. So let's move on to what the papers are. So here I've got some very large vintage music book pages. So typically, if you're making a journal, that one sheet there would go in your journal like so. So one sheet is basically 4 pages, okay, because you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in this kit there are 5 of these, okay, so that's 5, so that's basically the equivalent of 20 pages for a journal. So as you can see, if you purchase this kit, you'll be able to very quickly fill up your journal. So here is the kit, all packed neatly. So let's dive in and have a look what we've got. Some of the pages are vintage, so they don't need any tea dyeing or any further work on them, but you can if you like. Alright, so I've got these fantastic envelopes. These make awesome pockets. They're CD envelopes and they've got a see-through panel there. Okay, and you getting, I don't know why all those are in there. Just one of those. And one of the C6 craft envelopes. Good job I noticed that. I also have been sending all of those to one lady. Dear me. You're also going to get one of the long DL envelopes, and you're going to get another one in white with a window. Okay, and that's the craft ones that needs moving. So here we're on to the beautiful vintage book pages, and they're quite typical of what people use in their junk journals, especially in the UK. So the first ones we've got are these beautiful, and this is a vintage style. When we say vintage, it's probably from like the late 50s, this book, and it's all about birds. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book, and the images are colour, as you can see there. So in this kit you're getting 2 double spreads, so again that would go in your junk journal like so. So that's 4 pages, so the 2 of those together is the equivalent of 8. And then we've got another botanicals book here. So we've got 3 of those, and again this is we call it vintage, but you know it's probably from the early to late 50s. Okay, and then I cut some squares, and I cut these ready-made so that you can just fold them like so, and that will make a corner flip. Okay, all you've got to do is add your own touch to that. Okay, and you're getting 2 of those, and then these are just a vintage book pages. If you could put them in your junk journals like so, you can line your tags with them, make pockets with them, all sorts. I think there's 4 of those. And then these are the coveted, well-loved Edith Holden book pages. They're absolutely stunning, and this is the Diary of an Edwardian Lady, so you've got the vintage writing along with her. She painted these, didn't she, and then they turned it into a book. So, and they're all beautifully yellowed with age naturally. These have not been tea dyed. This is how it came to me, because it was nice and aged. So we've got those, and you've got 4 of those. And then this is another vintage book that I found, and it's called The English Language and How to Speak It. So here we've got various lovely vintage book pages here, and you've got 6 double spreads here. Some of them have got adverts on, all different. Okay, so you've got 6 double spreads of that, which is giving you again a lot of pages. This would fill quite a number of journals, this kit. Okay. And then here we have some French dictionary paper. Again, typically you'd put it in a journal like so, so each page is effectively giving you 4 pages. So this is, it's totally in French, don't understand much of it. So there you go, beautiful, and you know, it's got age to it as well, it's an older one. And then here we've got an old, from the 50s again, it's a encyclopedia. So again, you would typically use 1 sheet to go in your journal like so, folded, so 1 sheet's the equivalent to 4 pages, and you've got 10 full pages, full sheets there, of the aged encyclopedia. So encyclopedia, dictionary, these are vintage. We've got the Edith Holden, we've got the Robert Burns, we've got the ready cut squares, we've got the botanical pages, we've got the lovely old bird book pages, and we've got a selection of envelopes. We've got the huge and lovely, that colour is natural with age. I've not tea dyed it, that is natural, that's its natural aging colour. So we've got 5 of those, beautiful, and the lace and trims as well. And the kit is £25, that includes postage for the UK. This will go as a parcel because of the weight. So, you know, a second class parcel in the UK is £3. So the contents of the kits essentially are costing you £22. So for that £22, you're getting the equivalent or the possibility of 136 journal pages. So that's an awful lot of journal page filling for you. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these, do let me know. As I say, I will ship it international, but the postage will have to be confirmed. You can contact me at amandacharlesworth08@gmail.com, or you can speak to me over on Facebook, however you prefer. Payment is by PayPal or bank transfer. I think that's it for today, and I will see you soon. Bye.